Have you ever had the experience of spending a lot of time and effort crafting the perfect LinkedIn post, something that you think will really resonate with your market, add a lot of value, only to then post it on LinkedIn and then hear crickets? We've all been there, and I've been there myself, and it can feel really frustrating. So in this video, what I want to do is take you through 5 different ways that you can actually create more engagement from your LinkedIn content so that your time and effort doesn't go to waste on the platform. So whether you're a seasoned LinkedIn content creator pro, or you're just getting started on the platform and you're posting your first ever post, one thing that's really important to think about is sticking to a rhythm. So LinkedIn loves to reward what they see as active users. So LinkedIn loves consistency. It's about really picking what you can do on a consistent basis and then ramping it up from there. So one of the questions I get asked all of the time is, well, how often should I be posting on LinkedIn? And what time of day should I be posting on LinkedIn? And the truth is, it really comes down to what is going to fit in with you and what you're going to be able to sustain over a long period of time. So LinkedIn would absolutely much prefer you to do maybe like 1 post a week and do that sustainably and consistently over 6 or 12 months, than to post every single day, go all guns blazing on the platform for 7 days, and then completely disappear. Those users that post at least 2 times a week typically see the most amount of engagements on your post. So that's usually a really good place to start. When you stick to a rhythm and you regularly share your content on the platform, it builds trust and credibility with your market over time. So you start to be seen as a thought leader in your area of expertise, and you start to have what's called the recency and frequency effect on the platform, where as soon as someone is looking for the solution or trying to solve the problem that you solve, they will think of you first. Next, you want to make sure that any content that you're sharing on LinkedIn aims to educate, aims to activate, and aims to inspire your network. So what do I mean by this? Well, most of us are on there to learn something about our industry, to gain key insights, to really network with other people and learn from other people's experiences as well. So the more that you can show up on the platform and the more that you can actually really stick to your lane of expertise and really share what you know and generate discussions on the platform that really inspires others and really educates others, that's absolutely crucial. So when you think about your LinkedIn content, you really want to think about your ideal client and less about you. You want to make sure that they're actually supported, you're adding value, they feel really understood by what you're sharing, because that way you're seen as the ultimate solution, and that way it allows them to really engage with you and generate more discussions on the platform as well. But one of the biggest mistakes that I see for a lot of business owners who are putting out a lot of content out there but aren't actually generating real business results from their content is they fail to activate their network as well. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got a really clear call to action and people know that next step that they can take with you as well. And that often makes sure that your content is not only engaging, but you also are generating leads and you're generating clients from your content so that it converts. So when you have a mix of really educating, inspiring, and activating your network, that's when you can really see unprecedented results on the platform. For example, one of our clients, Sophie, she's an executive coach and she works with female leaders in the hospitality and tourism space. And when she had the right mix of educating, activating, and inspiring her network, she actually went from absolute 0 posts on LinkedIn when she first got started to then posting on the platform for really only 12 months and became a top voice in Asia. So things can really accelerate a lot quicker than what you might expect when you start to educate, activate, and inspire with your content. The next thing to think about if you're not really getting the engagement that you'd like to see on your content is that formatting matters. So on LinkedIn, we have a variety of people. We have people that learn differently. And one of the main things that you might have heard in terms of marketing and social media before is the phrase, stop the scroll. And the same thing applies to LinkedIn. So you actually want to appeal to people that are skim readers out there and make it really easy for people to digest. So what that looks like is if you've got a written post on LinkedIn, making sure that you've got really clear spacing, maybe using some relevant emojis, or maybe using some dot points or some arrows to really emphasize some key points, making it really, really clear. The last thing you want is really lengthy paragraphs on LinkedIn because people just tend to skip past it and they don't really engage. You also want to think about adding some visual media to your posts as well. According to HubSpot, posts that actually have some sort of visual media attached, so whether that be an image or a video, actually are seen 2 to 3 times more on the platform as well. So adding some visual media is a really great way to increase the engagement and to really stop the scroll on the LinkedIn platform as well. Next, if you want to increase your engagement on your content on LinkedIn, one of the quickest, easiest ways that you can do that is thinking about how can you give before you get. And so one of the things that works really well on LinkedIn is actually engaging with others on the platform. So before you go to do a post on LinkedIn, make sure that you're showing up there for other people and you're contributing to others just in the way that you would expect and want them to contribute back to you as well. So liking and commenting and sharing your thoughts on other people's posts to really warm up the LinkedIn algorithm or warm up the feed is a really great place to start, because then when you go to post something, LinkedIn will want to reward you in the same way. So make sure that you're showing up, you're contributing to others, and you're giving before you get. And the other little advantage to doing this is that you actually are seen more on the platform as well. Because even if the LinkedIn algorithm, for whatever reason, doesn't show your post to your entire network, which it rarely does, you have the opportunity to be found and seen through the comments that you make on other people's network as well. So one of the beauties of LinkedIn is that unlike other platforms where you have to post multiple times a day just to even be seen by a few of the right people, on LinkedIn, I have what I call the snowball networking effect, where just because you're not connected to someone on the platform doesn't mean that they can't see your activity. So the more that you like and the more that you comment, the more that you share with other people in your network, it allows you to have access to new people that can come into your world that are probably your perfect ideal clients that don't even know you exist yet. And so that's a really great place to start, where you can really accelerate your content engagement on the platform and be seen and heard by people that you're not even connected to. And lastly, when it comes to content engagement, don't discount the LinkedIn lurkers. I think we can get really caught up in the dopamine effect of getting likes and comments on our posts. It feels good. We feel validated when that happens for us. But there's a bigger picture that most business owners miss. And that is the people that sit back and they watch behind the scenes. As a former executive recruiter myself, I was one of the biggest LinkedIn lurkers out there. I was a professional stalker and I didn't do a lot of LinkedIn activity myself in the beginning. So there are other people in your market, particularly if you're wanting to get in front of really premium clients, high-level CEOs, board directors, whatever that looks like for you. Often our best clients are on the platform, but maybe they don't engage with our content. Like one of my clients, Melvin, who posted and there was a CEO that reached out to him in the messages from a post that he had seen. But this particular CEO didn't actually engage. He didn't like, he didn't make a comment, and that allowed Melvin to land a $300,000 consulting project just from that interaction alone. So don't be fooled if you can't actually see what's happening on LinkedIn. A lot of the results and a lot of your best clients will actually happen behind the scenes. So with over 1 billion users currently on the LinkedIn platform, only 4% of those users right now are sharing content consistently. So if you use these tips and you use these 5 things to really increase your engagement on the platform, you're gonna have an unfair advantage right now when it comes to the opportunity that is accessible to you. So I hope this has been useful. Get out there, feel confident in sharing your content, increase your engagement on the platform, and I'll see you next time.